Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Shannon Spake in Glendale, Arizona. There's Jamal Adams, who was injured earlier in this quarter, along with Greg Olson. Seahawks hope to have both in the lineup during Wild Card weekend next week, as C.J. Beathard's pass could not be handled by Jeff Wilson with 36 seconds remaining. Seahawks have won their 5th division title under Pete Carroll, heading to the postseason for the 9th time in 11 years.
And they're facing the LA Rams next week, and those have been two really good matchups. The 2 times they played, the Rams had multiple sacks on Russell Wilson, 5 times, 6 times, and you know, now the defense is stepping up for Seattle. They can match LA Rams intensity. This is going to be a really great matchup next week.
Seahawks beat the Rams just last week, 20-9. Penalty flag, catch made by Kendrick Bourne. We welcome another new audience to those of you who have been watching.
Fouls against both teams on the play that will cause it to offset. Offside, defense number 98. Holding, offense number 69. By rule, these plays will offset. Replay 3rd down.
We welcome the Chiefs-Chargers audience to Glendale, Arizona. Kyle Shanahan's 49ers trailing Pete Carroll's Seahawks by 10. Seattle with 3 touchdowns in this 4th quarter, but they are locked in as the number 3 seed. Seahawks had an opportunity for the top seed, but they needed Green Bay to lose, New Orleans to lose or tie. Packers and Saints both won their games big. Beathard on the slant. It is Bourne. Takes it inside the 5 and down to the 3. Timeout taken by the 49ers. 26 seconds on the clock. Russell Wilson connecting with Tyler Lockett for a couple of touchdowns here in the 4th quarter. Lockett with 12 receptions and a franchise record 100 on the season.
And Tyler Lockett had an amazing day, and Russell Wilson turned it on in the 4th quarter, but it was Tyler Lockett and the way he runs route, the instincts, as he knows when, again, to sit in the zone, to run across the field, and that route, that touchdown we saw, took a little time. Russell Wilson bought that time and threw a perfect one to Tyler Lockett, and this has been a great test for the Seattle Seahawks going into the playoffs.
First and goal for the Niners from the 3 as Beathard throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Jeff Wilson, his 2nd TD today.
Jeff Wilson making the most of his opportunity at running back, and you know, you see him there, he kind of shaking his head a little bit just because he knows that they wanted to get this victory. This was a very hard-fought game, and he's able to just outstretch. C.J. Beathard actually throws a really nice ball and outstretch Jordan Brooks for that touchdown. Hard, valiant effort by the 49ers today.
Tristan Vizcaino adds the extra point. Jonathan, this was a 9-6 game heading into the 4th quarter. 49ers had the lead. No touchdowns over the first 3 quarters. 5 here in the 4th.
And, you know, it was really a testament to Seattle and the Seahawks and where they were offensively, because the momentum had shifted all over to the 49ers. And Pete Carroll, Brian Schottenheimer, Russell Wilson, whatever they said to each other, it finally worked and it clicked. And they got the run game going, and Russell Wilson was getting outside the pocket. He had some nice scrambles, and then they get those much-needed touchdowns to get this victory.
23 seconds remaining. In case you just joined us, Jamal Adams suffered a shoulder injury as he was chipped by Jerick McKinnon, looking to get to the quarterback, C.J. Beathard.
And his face, head down. You never ever see Jamal Adams like that, man. He is upbeat.
The onside kick is recovered by the Pro Bowler Nick Bellore of the Seahawks.
Yeah, going back to Jamal Adams, that would be a crushing blow to the Seahawks defense. The energy he brings, calls himself a weapon, and deservedly so. most sacks by a safety since they've been charting stacks. And, you know, you got to have him back. You've got to have him back for the playoffs.
The OT presented by Lowe's is coming up next. Kurt and the gang will bring you up to speed on the entire playoff picture in the NFC and AFC as we look ahead to Washington and Philadelphia tonight. The officials have gotten together. Looked like a drop kick, the onside kick, which was recovered by Valor of Seattle.
Yep.
It's a recovery by Seattle. First down.
So the Seahawks will finish the regular season with a record of 12-4. Green Bay has clinched the bye, home field. New Orleans, the 2 seed. The 3 seed, Seattle. They will host the Rams. It'll be New Orleans and Chicago in the 2-7 game. And if Washington defeats Philadelphia tonight, they would host Tampa Bay. If the Eagles win, it will be the New York Giants home against Tom Brady and the Bucs. 22 seconds remaining. It's David Moore on the toss from Russell Wilson.
I'm not following this.
Do not take a knee.
Well, there are no timeouts by the 49ers. They have no timeouts left. And then they kind of throw a pass. Yeah, that's a pass that David Moore runs out of bounds. I guess they wanted to get him a reception in this game. Other than that, I can't figure out why they would call that. There we go. That's best play in football. Victory formation.
Now Wilson takes a knee. As time will wind all the way down. Some extracurricular activity. Hard-fought game. Excellent defense over the first 3 quarters. No touchdowns until the 4th. Wilson connected with Lockett twice. Seahawks win it 26-23. They will host the Los Angeles Rams in the wild card round next weekend. For Jonathan Vilma, Shannon Spake, and our entire crew, I'm Kenny Albert saying so long from Glendale, Arizona. Coming up next, the OT presented by Lowe's.